NPS can be a very good tool for our investors to plan their retirement planning. There are various features in NPS which we are not going to find in any investment vehicle. In particular, their tax saving options or reduction in the tax liability for our investors. And now so it has become more lucrative, if I may say, for we as a mutual fund distributor to promote national pension schemes. And in this video, I am going to touch upon why we as a mutual fund distributor needs to look into NPS as a revenue building vehicle. I am going to tell you what are the silent features of NPS which we are going to be promoting so that we can expand our customer base as well as revenue. Hello everyone, I am Shobhit. I am a FinBiz growth expert and founder of FinBiz Growth Club. We are an aspiring community of new age mutual fund distributors who are determined to change how India invests. So first, let's understand why it is going to be making sense for us to promote national pension scheme. So as we all were aware that before say 1 year back, there was no revenue generation for we as a mutual fund distributor. Now most of the transactional cost which customer was bearing, it was paid to POS or point of services. So it may be K-Fintech platforms, or it may be CAMS platform or UTI mutual funds. So there were some selective POS who were processing the applications. Now of late, the revenue sharing model has come, in which if you as a mutual fund distributor are going to promote NPS, then you are going to receive commission for the transactional effort which you are going to be helping your client with. So K-Fintech has started these services where if you are going to be opening application of your client, then you are going to be paid per commission, and for every investment your client is going to make in NPS, for that also you are going to be paid. So let me share with you what is the commission which they are sharing with you. So if you are doing anywhere between 1 to 50 NPS applications, you are going to get 240 rupees per application. As the number grows, your per app commission will also grow. More importantly, whenever your client is going to make contribution in NPS, you are going to receive commission. So if you look at the second box, for less than 6,000 contribution, you are going to be making 18 rupees per transaction or per investment if those number of transactions are 1 to 50 and so on and so forth. If it is more than 6,000, then it is on a percentage basis. So net, if you understand, it is a very good vehicle for we as a mutual fund distributor to diversify our income, add one more source of income. But more importantly, I want you guys to understand that this is a vehicle which is going to be helping us in exploring new market. It is going to give us entry into those markets where we were not earlier concentrating or approaching. And merely because of the reason that tax benefits which these schemes offer, the kind of tax savings which you can do on your income is going to be a great attraction for most of the salaried or non-salaried earners. And today in this video, I'm going to tell you what are the various sections under which you will be able to help your customer saving taxes or reducing their tax liability. So let me give you those insights. So first, let's understand what are the various sections under which you will be helping your customer in saving taxes. So first is section 80C, which we all are very much aware of. In section 80C, when your customer is going to be making contribution, besides his PF contribution, besides his kids educational fees, besides 80C in LSS scheme, besides LIC insurance premiums, those all put together up to 1.5 lakhs. If your client is making investments in NPS as well, then his contribution will be counted under section 80C investments. So if your client is not able to fulfill 1.5 lakhs with his existing investments or PF contribution, then he can invest in NPS from his own side, and he will be able to reduce his tax liability by 1.5 lakhs. So I want you guys to understand this sections so that you can make your client aware. More importantly, if most of your customers are fulfilling their ATC limit, only NPS can offer your customer one more option to say invest and save in their tax liability. How? They are in NPS under section 80 CCD1B. If your customer is going to invest in NPS up to 50,000 rupees, then till 50,000 their tax liability is going to come down. So this is a very good vehicle which most of the Indian investors or earners are not utilizing. If you can pitch this option that there can be a saving, there can be an investment which can be planned for their retirement. Besides, they will also be able to reduce their tax liability up to 50,000 rupees if they are investing in NPS, then nothing like that. And now it makes more sense to you as well, because you are also going to be rewarded for the application which you are going to be helping your client mobilize with. So another important thing which you need to understand is this. Whenever we are talking about reduction in tax liability, we are talking about the amount of taxable income coming down and not the tax outgo coming down. So if your customer is investing up to 50,000 rupees in NPS, that means that his taxable income is coming down by 50,000 and not tax outgo. Tax outgoes are directly proportional to the tax bracket your customer comes in. So if your customer falls into say 30% tax bracket, and if he invests 50,000 in NPS, then his tax outgo reduced by 15,000 rupees. If he is in 10% tax bracket, then it is going to be coming down by 5,000 rupees. So that is the clarity which you need to be understanding and making your client aware. So up till now, if you are not making this as your sales pitch to your customer, I want you guys to understand this. I want you guys to promote this concept to your customer, and that could be a game changer for you. Now I am going to tell you a different section under NPS in which you can plan and route into a corporate where you are going to get a bulk investment from their employees, and that could be a game changer for you. Now in NPS, what happens? There is another section which is called section 80 CCD2. Now please listen carefully. This is a section which can be a game changer for you. Under section 80 CCD2, what happens? Whenever any corporate is going to contribute in NPS for their employees, then the employees' taxable income can come down till that extent. The upper limit is 10% of their basic and DA. So suppose their basic is 10 lakh rupees, and if the company is going to contribute in NPS say up to 1 lakh on the employee's behalf, then they are going to have a reduce in their taxable income by 1 lakh rupees. Now this can be a game changer. If you are able to convince HR that this can be a good vehicle for their employees to reduce their taxable income, plan for their retirement, and it can be a wealth building opportunities for their employees, then it can be a good tool for you to target non-individual customers, from where you will be able to get bulk applications and bulk investors. So this you need to be aware of under section 80 CCD2. If a corporate invests on behalf of their employees, then employees' taxable income can come down till 10% of their basic per DA. Now, some of you may think that why any company is going to pay for their employees. Now, what they can do is, if a corporate are able to restructure their compensation in a sense, instead of paying directly to their employees, if they can restructure their payouts in terms of investing in NPS instead of being cash component of their customer or their employees, then they will not be having any extra burden, and they will be able to help their employees to save and build for their retirement. So this can be a very game changer tool for you if you are able to understand this concept, if you are able to explore this concept, if you are able to pitch this concept to right kind of corporates. Believe me, it can open a new dimension for your business. Now please understand, NPS can be a tool for you to enter into your corporate domain or to an employee's portfolio. Once you enter in their mindset, once you enter their investment portfolio, then you will be able to cross sell lot of other financial products, and that can be a good starting point for you. So I want you guys to understand this. I want you guys to explore this. Now let me give you a simple calculation so that it is going to make more sense to you how an NPS can reduce the tax liability for your customer or investor. So just look at this scenario where we are looking at three kind of scenario. In one scenario, the customer is not investing in NPS either in his own capacity or through an employer. In the second scenario, we are exploring an opportunity where the employee is only investing in his own capacity and not through a corporate. And in the third scenario, where the employee is contributing through a corporate route, there the tax liability is going to come further down. So if you look at this example, the total salary we are assuming is 12,50,000 rupees. Now, if a customer is investing in NPS through section 80C on his own capacity, then up to 1.5 lakhs he will be able to save. Now, let's assuming that 80C has been over and his all contribution is going to fill up 1.5 lakhs of coffer. Then under section 80CCD1B, he can contribute in NPS and additional 50,000 can be reduced from his taxable income. So this is the second option. If you look at the second option, the total tax liability for the customer is going to be 1,32,600 rupees instead of 1,48,200 where he was not investing anything in NPS. Now, if you look at the third option, in the third option, we are assuming that the restructure of the client's salary happens and where up to 1 lakh he is going to be investing through his corporate. So if the corporate is contributing in the NPS account of the customer, then his taxable income further comes down by 1 lakh. How 1 lakh has come? As I told you, 10% of basic and DA is the upper limit where you are going to get an taxable income reduction if the corporate of the customer is paying or contributing in NPS. So if that is the way the taxable income or tax outgo comes to 1,06,600 rupees. So this way, if you are able to explain to your customer, if you are able to explain to the HR of the company, it is going to be a game changer for you. So I want you guys to look into this. This can be a huge opportunity for for mutual fund distributor to interact with not only individuals but with corporates, make them understand the value proposition you are going to be putting on table, and it can be a recurring source of income for you. Whenever the corporates are contributing from their employees, you are going to be receiving this kind of payouts. And for every application which is going to be processed or anyone opening new NPS account whenever a new employee is joining, for them also it can be a very good tool. So I hope you are going to be exploring this opportunity. You are going to be looking at this opportunity so that you can expand your business, grow your revenue. In case it has given you a new dimension to look into, in case you think that this piece of information was useful for you, I want you guys to hit that subscribe button, give a thumbs up so that we can grow. More importantly, whenever we have something new to share, you guys will be first one to know. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to see you next time.